Don't let carbon pack slow you up. Release the paper feed rolls by pulling this release lever forward. Then insert the carbon pack down under the feed rolls and return the paper release lever to the normal position. Then turn in your paper. Use the variable to check the paper with your alignment scale and straighten it if necessary. By using carbon paper from which the corners have been clipped and which is slightly longer than the writing sheet, the carbons and the sheets can be separated easily and quickly. You might find this method easier. Fold a piece of paper and insert it in the machine. Hold your carbon pack loosely and place it inside the fold. Some prefer this method when they are making carbon copies. Insert just enough of the paper pack in the machine so it holds. Bend all the sheets forward except the last. Put the carbons in position one by one. A puff will make the carbons lie properly. And a light touch will smooth out any wrinkles. This is a good method to use if the carbon paper is the same size as the sheets. It permits the carbon to extend beyond the paper and allows easy separation later. It is important that the paper bale rollers be set in about 1/3 from each end of the paper. If these rolls are improperly set, look what happens. Insert carbon packs by the method that is easiest for you. Develop real skill for inserting and removing them. Don't clutch your carbon packs or you may get marks like this. On the noiseless machines, heavy carbon packs frequently cause the ribbon guides to stick. Move the pressure indicator to the right and the trouble disappears. Even the best of us make mistakes sometimes. That's why we have erasers. Never erase without moving your carriage to the extreme right or left. This will prevent eraser crumbs from falling into your machine and help keep your typewriter clean. Use a soft eraser on your carbon copies. Place small pieces of paper under the carbon so they don't smear the copy. Let the paper stick out at the margin. On the original, use an ink eraser and a shield, and rub lightly with a horizontal motion. After erasing, pull off the papers. When typing the correction, don't tap the keys too hard. Tap lightly 2 or 3 times and copy. If you make an error and have to erase at the bottom of the sheet, this may happen. can be overcome if you roll the paper back and place a bond sheet back of the carbon pack. Then roll your paper forward. Any erasure can now be made and the paper rolled back to the writing line without danger of the letter slipping. When a word has been omitted, the best rule is to do the work over. But if time won't permit, insert the missing word this way. Underscore the last letter before the missing word and strike a diagonal in the space of omission. Then type the omitted word above. Sometimes a letter is omitted from a word. By using half spacing, it can be inserted. Let's take this example. I left out the T in letter. Now let's put it in. First I'll erase the misspelled word. Then position the carriage so that the last letter of the preceding word is at the exact printing point. Then press down the space bar and hold it down. Strike the first letter of the word. Release the space bar, depress it again, and hold it down while striking the second letter. Continue until all the letters have been struck. The finished word will fit nicely in the space. This cannot be done on an Underwood or an electromatic. The procedure is similar if an extra letter has been added. First, erase the misspelled word. Then position the carriage so that the last letter of the preceding word is at the printing point. Space 2 full spaces. Then depress and hold down the space bar while you strike the first letter of the word. Repeating for all the letters in the word. If you ever have to make insertions or changes on sheets stapled at the top, don't remove the staples. Try front feeding the paper. Take a blank sheet of paper and insert it in the machine until about an inch shows above the alignment scale in front of the platen. Then place the bottom of the stapled page to be changed between this sheet and the platen. Now roll the platen back until the desired position is at the alignment scale. And make the insertion or change. When typing a long letter, don't type too close to the bottom of the page, or your paper may slip out. It is better to put a light pencil mark in the margin about 2 inches from the bottom of the sheet. When this shows above the alignment scale, it's time to think about the second sheet. You may have had trouble when typing cards. To prevent this trouble, typewriters have some form of card holders. On the Underwood, the card holders are raised in this manner. a little bit different in appearance on the Royal, but they do the same job. Notice what happens when I try to type on a card without using the card holders. See how much easier it is to type with the card holders in position. When typing carbon copies, if you don't lower the holders, the copies will be marked.